Hi, it's Teresa back with another video. Welcome to Craving Crochet. So today what I am going to show you to make are these cute little baby bonnets. Here's one that I made previously, and I used a corner to corner stitch, and I put a little flower here for decoration, and then I just made just a chain and I weaved it through the second half, like not the very bottom, but the one prior to that. I just weaved it through. So that's the little one that I made. I made this one with the ice yarn. It's just a cotton yarn, and I used to make the flower. This is just a red heart. I think it's called Softy or Soft. So that's what I used for that one. And then I made a second one, and this one's a little bit bigger. And so if it's, you can always tuck this over to make it fit. Like I could even actually put a little stitch in there, or you could put a little stitch in there. And I thought of that after the fact. So it might, yeah, no, it won't cover up the flower. And then the flower, I did it with the same yarn, the red heart. So I think I'm going to name this Bouncing Baby Bonnet. Isn't that a cute name? Teresa's Bouncing Baby Bonnet. And it's a tutorial. So I've tried to do as best as I can to show you how to do it. It's quite simple. It's just my favorite stitch, which is corner to corner. I make 2 squares of corner to corner. This one I made a little bit bigger. Like I said, this one's probably more for a newborn. This might be for a little bit older child. Yeah, so you make 2 corner to corners, you attach them. You can also, if you wanted to, if you don't want to do corner to corner, you could probably get away with doing this with a granny square, maybe 2 granny squares. That would look really cute. It would be more open, but still would look probably really, really cute. So that's it. Bouncing Baby Bonnet tutorial. Hope you enjoy it. Hope you make it. If you do, please post your pictures on my, I have a Facebook page called Craving Crochet. It's a private group. So I'd love it if you would post your pictures. See the different yarns that you use and whatnot. So if you're new here, I encourage you to subscribe. And thank you for visiting the channel. And I hope you enjoy this tutorial. Take care, everyone. We'll see you in the next video. Bye. Hi everyone. Okay, so I'm going to show you, I did a little sneak peek on this last time I put out a video, and it's just a cute little bonnet, baby bonnet, and with this nice little sweet flower. And I am getting some people making some suggestions for a name, so I will consider them. You'll probably see it in the title of this video. I just haven't figured that out yet at this point in time. So I'm going to show you how I made this. I'm going to make another one using this cotton. It's an Italian cotton. I don't think I can get any more of this because this was gifted to me years ago, and I made a cardigan with it. And then I'm either going to make the flower with this same ice yarn that I used for this, or I might do it in a gray. I haven't decided yet. I think it might look cute with the pink. Nice little contrast. Anyways, I will be back to show you how I made this sweet little bonnet, baby bonnet. I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back to start this tutorial, and I did use, I forgot to tell you, a 3.5 millimeter hook, which says E4. I don't know what that means. 3.5 millimeter hook. And I'm going to make it in my favorite stitch pattern, which is corner to corner. So I'm going to make, what I did was I made 2 corner to corner squares. And so I'll show you how I do that. I just love that stitch. So you make a slip stitch to start, slip knot. And then you insert your hook like so. And you make a chain of 6 to start. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then what we do is we make, if memory serves correctly, you go to the 4th, 5th, and 6th chain. So you count down 1, 2, 3, 4, yarn over, and make a double crochet in the 4th stitch from the hook. So that's 1, then yarn over, go to the 5th stitch, make a double crochet, and then yarn over and go down to the 6th stitch and make your last double crochet in this beginning block. So there's your first block. Those first chains that you skipped counts as the chain 3, and then you do your 3 double crochets. So that's your first row, I guess. And then what we do is we have to make another 6 stitches. Chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then we just repeat what we just did. So you yarn over and you go to the 4th, 5th, and 6th chain from your hook. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's the 4th. Make a double crochet. Yarn over, go down to the 5th. Make a double crochet. Yarn over, go down to the 6th. Make a double crochet. So now you have 2 of these blocks. So now what you do is you face them both downwards, you flip this over, and then you go into that chain 3 space of the very first block that you made, and you make a slip stitch just like that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to make another block. So you chain 3, 1, 2, 3, yarn over and make 3 double crochets in that chain 3 space. 1, 2, and 3 double crochets. So this is our second. That's 1, that's 2, yeah, that's our third, actually. I'm not sure. Anyways, I'm not sure. That's 1. Yeah, that was the first one. That was the second one. That's the third one. But it's actually the second row, I believe. So now what we do is, because we're on the edge, from here on, whenever we're on the edge, we're going to make a chain of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then we're going to do a double crochet in the 4th, 5th, and 6th chain from the hook, like we did in the very first and second. 1, 2, 3, so 4. Go to the 4th, make a double crochet, go to the 5th, insert your hook, make another double crochet, and go to the 6th chain, insert your hook, and make a 3rd double crochet. So now all your stitches are facing downwards, and what we do is we flip them up like so, and then you insert your hook into that chain 3 space of that previous block that we just made, and you do a slip stitch and a chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. And now we're going to make another 3 double crochets in this chain 3 space. 1, 2, and 3 double crochets in that chain 3 space. So see, it looks like you're making little steps going up. So now we reach the very last block from the previous. So you still have that chain 3 space, so you got to make another block in that chain 3 space. So you do that by doing a slip stitch, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then 3 double crochets in that space, chain 3 space. So that's 1, 2, and 3, right? but we have to continue, we have to keep increasing because we're making more rows. So when you get to the very edge again, we have to increase, and we do a chain of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then what we do at this point again is we make a double crochet in the 4th, 5th, and 6th chain from the hook. So count down 1, 2, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is the 4th. So you yarned over and you make a double crochet in the 4th. Yarn over and make a double crochet in the 5th. And yarn over and make a double crochet in the 6th. Just like this. So there we have all the blocks facing downwards. Flip this side over with your left hand. Go to the chain 3 space of the previous block you made and do a slip stitch, and then chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. And then you're going to make your 3 double crochets. Go to the next one, make a slip stitch, chain 3, 3 double crochets. Go to the last one, make a slip stitch, chain 3, 3 double crochets, and then you're going to do another increase. So I believe I did this, I think I did it 7 times, and then I started to decrease. So I'm going to meet you back when I reach that point, because this is just repetitive, going back and forth, increasing until I reach a point where I have 7 of these blocks going up. So I will meet you back when I'm at that point, and then I can show you how to decrease. I will be back. Okay, so I'm back, and I did my 7. Let me just show you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I'm going to just do one more increase. So I believe it's 8 then. Because when I was making this first time, I thought I did 7. And then when I went to do the second one, I did 7 and it was too small. So I had to do another one. So I'm going to make another increase. If this is not right, then I'll have to redo this clip. Or we'll just make it this size. It might be a little bit bigger than this one. Just can't remember. And so we're going to do one more increase, and then when we go down, when we go back down to this row, we're not going to increase anymore. We're going to do, we're going to start to decrease in order to make it square. So I did my 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then I did another chain of 6. So we're going to do one more increase, or one more block. So you yarn over and you go into the 4th, 5th, and 6th chain and make double crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So I yarn over and I'm going to make a double crochet in that 4th stitch. Yarn over, go into the 5th, make a double crochet, and yarn over, go into the 6th, make another double crochet. So I guess that's the 8th one. And then we flip it over again, like we did. So it's like everything is looking downwards, these blocks. Let me get this out of the way. And then you flip it over. So then you go into that chain 3 space and make a slip stitch. So then we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then do 3 double crochets in that chain 3 space. 1, 2. Oops, I'm going too fast. I always go too fast. Go slower. Make my 3rd one like that. So I have a, oh no, I didn't do my 3rd one. Oh my goodness, took off my glasses, now I can't see. I have seeing glasses for far away, but if I'm wearing them when I'm doing close work, I can't see. All right, so we're gonna go to the next one, do the exact same thing. So go into that chain 3 space, make a slip stitch, chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Yarn over, go into the same space, and make 3 double crochets in that chain 3 space. So that's 1, let me go slower, 2, and 3. So we've done that again, made another block. Go into that next chain 3 space, which is right here. You see it right there? And we are going to do another slip stitch like that, just like that, and then chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and 3 double crochets in that chain 3 space. So 1, 2, and 3, just like that. So keep repeating this until I'll meet you back when we get to this point, and then I'll show you how to decrease. We'll be back. Okay, so I'm at the top again. So you go into that very last chain 3 space and you make a slip stitch, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then you make 3 double crochets in that chain 3 space, 1, 2, and 3, just like that. So I think I did do 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it might be a little bit bigger than this one. I don't know. No, I think I did do 8. I don't know. I think that's the right size. Anyways, so normally what we would do is we would chain 6 and make another increase. But we're not going to do that. Now we're going to start to decrease on both ends. We're going to decrease on this end and decrease when we get to here. So how we do that is we flip this over like so, and then simply make a slip stitch in each of these 3 double crochets. Hang on. So you go into this one, make a slip stitch, go into the next one, make a slip stitch, and then go into the chain 3 space and make a slip stitch. So that's where you need your hook to be in order to continue making blocks. So now we're going to make a chain 3 and then 3 double crochets in the chain 3 space, 1, 2, and 3. So you see how now you're starting to form an edge here. You're now no longer, it's not just continuing growing. Now we're making an edge, and the next one's going to make another edge, and so on and so forth until you get a square. So then we go down to the next block, find that chain 3 space, make a slip stitch in that chain 3 space, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. There's another block. See, now you're building that little ladder again. Go to the next one, repeat, slip stitch, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, 3 double crochets in that chain 3 space, 1, 2, and 3, and we're just going to continue doing this, and I will meet you back when I get to this point, and then we're going to start decreasing from this side. So just carry on doing what we're doing here. Go to the next chain 3 space, make your slip stitch, chain 3 through double crochets, repeat that in this one, this one, and this one, and then when you finish this second last one, I will be back and I will show you how to, I guess you have to make, yeah, you make one more, and then we're going to start to decrease, I believe. But let me get to that point and I'll show you how to decrease on that side. Be back. All right, so I've done all my blocks up until the second last one. This is the very last one. So what we're going to do here is we're going to start decreasing again. And this is how I got the 7. Anyways, in my mind, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. And what we do is we turn this around, and then we do slip stitches in each of the chains, or in each of the double crochets that you just made. So 1, 2, well, you didn't just make, these were from the last row, and 3, and then you go into that chain 3 space and you do another slip stitch, and that's, see how now you're decreasing. Once again, you're starting to make that edge on the other side. So 1, 2, 3, and then go back into that chain 3 space and make another 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. You see how you're making that edge now again on the opposite direction? So then you go to the next chain 3 space, make your slip stitch, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, go into that chain 3 space, make 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, just like that. Go to the next chain 3 space, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then make 3 double crochets in the same chain 3 space. 1, 2, and 3, just like that. You see how it's starting to form into a square as we decrease on both ends of the row, I guess we call it. Go to the next chain 3 space, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, make 3 double crochets in that same chain 3 space. Oops, 1, 2, and 3. Go to that next chain 3 space, slip stitch, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, make 3 double crochets in that chain 3 space. 1, 2, and 3. Oh, one more to go. Go into this last chain 3 space, make a slip stitch, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, 3 double crochets in that chain 3 space. So 1, 2, and 3. All right, so now see, we've reached the edge again. So you see they're like beside each other. So what we have to do is connect them, connect the blocks. So go to that chain 3 space and slip stitch, then you flip it over, and then you're going to slip stitch your way all the way across so you get to this point again. So slip stitch there, 1, slip stitch in the second one. Okay, so my camera died, so I was doing the second slip stitch when it died, or not, I just ran out of space, and now I'm going to the third, where that chain 3 space is, and make your last slip stitch. And now we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. See how you're forming that edge? And we're going to do 3 double crochets in that chain 3 space. 1, 2, and 3. And then you're going to just continue to repeat this. Go into this chain 3 space and make a slip stitch, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, 3 double crochets, 1, 2, and 3, and just continue to repeat that. So do the same thing in this, same thing in this, Same thing in this. And then once you finish the second last one, then we're going to do the decrease again. So I will meet you back once I finish this block here, and we're going to do another decrease. So I'll meet you back. Okay, so I've reached the second last block and I created the block in there. So now we're going to decrease. You're at the edge again. So you go to that chain 3 space and slip stitch. Turn your work around and make your slip stitches all the way across until you reach the chain 3 space again. So that's 1, 2, 3. Sometimes I may miss one of the double crochets, but it doesn't matter as long as it's really just so that you get your hook to this point. And then, so I've done my slip stitch there, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, 3 double crochets once again, 1, 2, 3, oops, it got caught. Oh, the hook. Just like that. See how we're building this edge. Go to the next chain 3 space, slip stitch, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3. Oh, too many stitches, too many hooks, not hooks, too many loops on my hook. That's okay. Okay, so just carry on doing this. You're going to continue doing what I just did. Make another block here, make another block in this chain 3 space, and then when you get here, you're going to do the decrease. So you're going to do a chain, a slip stitch, flip it around, make your 3 slip stitches, and just keep decreasing when you get to the edges. And I'll meet you near the very end to show you how to finish this square off. Okay, so I'm coming down to the end here. So I did my my slip stitches across, and now I'm going to do chain 3, 3 double crochets in that chain 3 space, 2 and 3, and then I believe this is almost at the end here. Yeah, so now I have to do your slip stitch, flip your work around, and then there's just one more block to do, I believe. Yes. So slip stitch in it, 1, 2, and then in it you can go back into the double crochet, the 3rd double crochet, and then in the chain 3 space, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, 3 double crochets, 1, 2, and 3, and see, we're almost done. All we have to do, see, we made the square. All we have to do is a slip stitch, and we've completed the first square of this little bonnet. I think it may be a little bit bigger than this one. Hold on, I just want to measure it. Could be that, I don't remember. I don't remember the exact amount, but it might be a little bit wider. And it could be too because this yarn is a little bit thicker than this one, slightly. Or I may have done an extra row, but that doesn't matter because the child's going to grow and always can use a bigger bonnet. So I'm just going to fasten this off and weave in my ends, and then you're going to create another one exactly like this. So just rewind the video, and if you need direction on how to start it, and make another square like this. So if I look at this, it's got 1, I believe it's 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can't see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But then if I count this way, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. That's how I was getting the idea of 7. But anyways, as long as you make 2 squares that are exactly the same size, that's what we need to accomplish. So I will meet you back when I finish my second square, and then I'll show you how I put it together. I'm going to make another, I made a finishing row here. And I did a slip stitch, not slip stitch. I did a single, single crochet. I single crocheted it all the way in order to sew instead of sewing it. So, and then I made my finishing edge. Once I did that, I just did my little finishing edge of 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets, just to make that pretty little edge. And then I'll show you how to make the flower, and then I made a chain and I weaved it through. So meet me back when you reach your second square, and we'll go to the next step. Okay, so I finished my second square, and I did do 8. I counted it. It was 8, not 7. But I think it might be just a little bit bigger. I think I may have done 7 in my original one because it looks not as wide. So anyways, 7 or 8, you can decide. This one's going to be a little bit bigger, but that's okay. So now what we need to do is we need to sew these together, and you can either sew them if you want to, or what I did was I just did a single crochet across the top and then down the side, and then it's open, right? So I have this long, which one did I use? Yeah, I have this long tail. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start with that using my tail. If you don't have a long tail, then maybe I'm going to kind of put it through the beginning here, so that, see if I can grab it from here. Just pull it through. So I start on the very end there like that. There we go. And so all you simply do is, there's another long tail there. I might use that if I run out of yarn. Or you just grab your skein and start single crocheting. So hang on, take these off. I'm going to try and guide you through the way as close as possible as the way I did it last time. So let's see, so I put my hook through, I'll try the very edge here of each of the last blocks. Okay, let's try it like this. And then you can grab both those tails so that I just make a slip stitch there. Chain 1. And then start making your single crochets all the way across that edge, grabbing both of the squares. So going through both edges. Pull through. Oops, did not go through. Okay, I thought it was longer, but it's not that long. So I'm just gonna grab the yarn from what's left of my skein of this beautiful cotton, and so okay, I'm gonna try and put it in and weave it through at the same time. So just put your hook through both of the squares, and then I'm gonna grab the new yarn and slowly but surely, hopefully I'll get it pulled through. Pull through. I'll do that again. I'll make a chain, and then, no, not that. not doing double crochets anymore. So go through both and make a single crochet. There we go. Hopefully this will do the trick. Try and go through each of those stitches. If you have any loose ends, try and weave them in at the same time, save you from doing it later. And you just make a single crochet all the way. So this will be the front. And you're going across the top of the bonnet, making single crochets. Try and get into every single stitch across the top. Just take your time. Oh, it doesn't want to come through. There we go. Just like that. Just continue across the edge. And just keep single crocheting. Try and do it as evenly as possible so that it's all uniform. Just like this. Go through spaces. Try and line it up as best as you can. It just gives it a little bit of a nice finished edge as well. And that's how I did it, see? On this one. You can kind of see it on this as well. This one's a little bit bigger. But that's okay. The child will grow and need a bigger bonnet. So just carry on going like this all the way across the top. Just like that. Okay, here's the last two ends here before we get to the back. There, so the top and the bottom are attached. And now we just do it along the edge of the back of the bonnet. So just continue doing this. Just make single crochets, going through both of these squares. And if you wanted to, you could probably do the same thing, making a granny square, small granny squares. See how cute that is? So it gives it that little pixie looking finish. Oh, I think I missed the first one. Pull that out. So just carry on this way, and I'll meet you back when we get to the end here. So just keep making your single crochets all the way along this edge, and I'll meet you back. Okay, so I finished doing my single crochets along the top and along the back. So now I want to start putting on my little finishing edge that I did here. So I'm going to start from the back where I finished sewing. And then all I did was what did I do here? I did two, I don't know if I did chain 3 there, I can't remember. I think I did a chain 2, it looks like 3. And then I did chain 2 and then 2 double crochet. Oh, I did double crochets, yeah, and chain 2 double crochets. So I'm gonna try and show you. I think I started with a chain 3. That's what it looked like. I'm gonna try and do it similar. So 1, 2, 3. And look at this. Or was this part of? Looks like I did chain 3 and then 2 double crochets. I don't know. I can't remember what I did, and I didn't write anything down, so I'm just going by my memory. Okay, so let me see. So I did chain 3 and then maybe 2 double crochets in here. 1 and 2, and then I did chain 2, and then I went into the, I believe I kept going into the spaces. I think that's what I did. But you can finish it any way you like, but this looks, oops. So let me go into that next space from the previous round. Oh my goodness, I'm getting all this stuff. Hold on, let me do that again. So I made a chain 2, yarn over, and then you go into this space here. And you make a double crochet, and then I did it again. Make a double crochet, chain 2, and then I did it again, 2 double crochets. I'm just kind of grabbing kind of loose ends in there to kind of, you don't have to weave them in later, right? Yes, so that's what I did, right? Then I go to the next space. That's how I did it. Did I put 2 chains in between? Let's see if I remember how I did it. Yeah, I may have. No, I did not. So then you go to the next chain space, like where you see a space. So wherever you're going to see these spaces in between those blocks. See, that was a block, that was the other block. So this is the next space. So I went in here and I did a double crochet. Yeah, I need to start writing things down so I don't forget. So I did 2 double crochets, chain 2, and 2 double crochets. I may have messed that one up, but that's fine. Let me do it again. Oh my gosh. Because I don't know, I go too fast. So that was 1. Yeah, that was 2, and then I did 2 chains, and then I did another 2 double crochets. Looks like I just did the exact same thing. Okay. Now I'm going to go into this one and do 2 double crochets, like this, chain 2, and 2 double crochets. It just makes a cute little finish, kind of roughly looking. It's kind of like vintagey looking, I think. Yeah. And then I go into this space, see? The next one. And I do the same thing. So double crochet twice. Chain 2. And 2 double crochets again in that same space. 1. And 2. So you just keep doing this pattern. It's just a little finishing. I think it's cute. Just a little finishing edge. So the next one I'll do it in this space. Oh my goodness, I have to do a double crochet. Okay, still thinking that I'm doing single crochets. And then do 2 again, and then 2 spaces, two chains in between each. So you're going to make 4 double crochets, but you're going to do 2 chains in between each of those double crochets, just like that. See? And then now I'm going to continue along the edge, and then go around and go along there, and then along here. So it's all going to be finished with those little double crochets. So I'll meet you back. I'm going to do one right in here. Oh, let me just show you how I did this one. Just keep going along the edge. Try and distribute them as evenly as possible. chain 2, or you can do a different edge if you want. You could just do single crochets all the way along if you like. But this is, I thought it looked really cute doing it this way. So now I'm going to go into, I guess I'll go into this spot here. I'm going to the other edge. Okay, so I was crocheting along, and then as I was recording it, my camera ran out of space again. So I'm at the other corner now. So I started it, and then I thought I better record that because I may have missed it. So I've done this other edge, and now I'm reaching this other edge here. So in order to, so what I've been doing is I've been going in all these spaces here to make the, and I'll show you. So when you reach the other edge, I went right into the corner, like right into, it was like straight like that, and you can see a little hole now because I had done it before. Then I thought, let me just demonstrate it. So you just go into that corner, that very, the very first corner of the block that we made when we did the corner to corner. So I did two double crochets, chain 2, and then 2 double crochets in that same corner spot to kind of give you a little bit of a nice finish there. And then I go into the spaces. So I'm going to do 2 double crochets, chain 2 in here, 2 double crochets, chain 2 in here, all the way along until we reach this, I believe. Can't tell. No, until I reach, I think I'll be done over here because this is where I started. That was the very end. Okay, so I'm just going to carry on that way, and then I'll meet you back at the very end to show you how I finish it off. I'm going to go just do one more on camera. Just like this, chain 2, and then do another 2 double crochets in that same space. And of course I'm going too fast, so I'm messing up my stitches. I'm going to do another one. Okay. There we go. Just like that. Then we're going to repeat that there, and I'll meet you at when I get to this part. Meet you back at the end. Okay, so I'm almost at the end. So that's the last space I'm going to double crochet into. So 2 double crochets in that space, chain 2, and 2 double crochets. 1, 2, and then this was that chain 3 space. So what I'm going to do is just going to slip stitch even just right in that space there, just like that. That's it. It's going to fasten off. So I have finished the finishing of the bonnet, like the edging. This is so cute. So now I need to make that flower. Okay, so what I need to do now is just make this little flower and the chain. So I'm thinking I'm going to do it in gray as well. I think that will look really nice. Instead of the pink, I think the pink is too, I don't know. I think it's too much. So I will show you, I'm gonna clean up all these loose ends, tidy it all up. You go ahead and do the same thing. And then we'll make the flower and the ending, the edge that we will weave through, all through here, the chain all along. And that's going to be the little tie for this cute little bonnet. This one's a little bit bigger. Maybe it'll fit her at Easter time. We'll see. Or sooner, it depends. Every child is different. I use this to kind of measure it, like a ball of yarn, but that's a little tiny head. But look how cute that looks. Okay, so I'll be back to show you how I do the flower I'll be right back once I clean up my edges. Okay, so I have finished cleaning up all my loose ends and whatnot. So this is it without the flower. So now I'm going to make the little flower like this. And I actually found it online on a blog called MJ Carlos. So it's free online. I can put the link for it underneath the video. But I just did some screenshots so I can just kind of show you how I did it. So you have to make a magic circle. So how you do that is you grab the yarn, put it over your index finger and your middle finger, and make an X like that. Then you grab your hook and you put it through the top and through the bottom like that. Hopefully that made sense to you. And then you just take your fingers out, and then I like the yarn, the loose or the end of the yarn to be on my right hand side here, on the right side. I just find that it works better for me when I do that. And then I just make a chain, and that's how I secure it. And then what the pattern says to do is to make 5 single crochets in the magic ring. So in order to do that, you just go into the magic ring and you make 5 single crochets. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, just like that. Easy peasy. And then you tighten it up just by pulling in that end, just like that. So that makes it nice and tight. And then the next thing, okay, and then what you do is you chain 1. That's all I missed. So I chain 1. And then the next set says to slip stitch in the first single crochet. Okay, so this is the first single crochet that you have to make a slip stitch into. Just very hard for me to see it when I'm trying to film it on camera. So you do that, and then you're supposed to go back here. Yeah, slip stitch, and then in the same slip stitch work 1/2 double crochet. So you do that by yarning over. Hold on, I gotta see where this stitch is. I will be right back to show you. I'm just trying to see it. I can't see it when I'm trying to film, so okay, so that's the space there. Just trying to show you and do it all at the same time, so it's difficult to see. So that's a 1/2 double crochet. Done in the same space. Okay, and then it says to make 3 double crochets in that same space. So, okay, hang on a second. It's just hard to see and film. So 3 double crochets. 1. Go back into that same space. 2 and 3 double crochets. There we go. Whew! That was hard. It's not hard, it's just, and it says repeat the pattern for the 4 remaining stitches. Slip stitch, 1/2 double crochet, 3 double crochets, and then 1/2. Oh, I have to do a 1/2 double crochet and then a 1/2 double crochet. Okay, so I have to go back in here and do a 1/2 double crochet. So I almost missed a step. All right, so now I go into the next single crochet, make a slip stitch, then I make a 1/2 double crochet, and then I make 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, and then a 1/2 double. So that's 2. I have to do it for a total of 4 more, so that's 1. So I have to do, how many did I do here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I guess I have to do it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have to do it 3 more times. That same thing. So I go into the next single crochet, do a slip stitch, and then go into that same space again, half double, and then go into that same space again and make 3 double crochets. That's 1, 2, 3, and make a half double. And I have to do this 2 more times. So do I have enough? I'm just going to do it somehow. I don't know. It's just so hard to see while I'm doing this. So I'll go into this one and this one. So slip stitch, make a half double. I really like the contrast with the gray. That's a half double, and then you do 3 doubles. 1, 2, 3, and I have to do it 1 more time. So I'm just going to put it in this space here. Oh, wait a minute, take that out. I don't need to do a yarn over, I just need to do a slip stitch. Oh dear, it's stuck. It's stuck. This is almost like live. Okay, now I do a half double. Hope I'm getting on the camera here. Then 3 double crochets. 1, 2. Oh, did I get the wrong, getting it tangled with the wrong yarn here. Sorry. Oh, the hook is going all over the place. Oh dear. Okay, that's 3, and then another half double. And then I believe I just do a slip stitch in that first chain that I made. There's my flower. There it is. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 petals. Okay. And then we just fasten off and leave a long tail so you can sew it. So we're going to sew it on. And then I'm going to pull so that the middle is somewhat, look at these. That's fine. We're going to sew it in. You're not going to see any of those kind of holes, but look how cute it is. It didn't come out the same as this one, but it still looks adorable. It's really hard to do it on camera. I'm sorry. I'm trying to help you learn. Oh dear. Anyways, so I'm going to end up sewing through those holes, so you're not going to see any of those holes. So I need to get a yarn needle. I'll be right back. Alright, so I've threaded my yarn with a yarn needle, and I think it will look nice around here. This cute little flower. And so I'm going to try and demonstrate how. So I guess I will just go into the center. And start my first stitch that way. Hopefully. What is going on here? There we go. Okay. So I'm going to go through a few times into the center. Again into the center, and then the other side. And then what I did when I did this one was I just went along. I tried to go all along the edge so that it's kind of reinforced all the way around. So just go through from the back to the front, and then just go along the edge to reinforce it so that it's sewn nice and securely and it won't fall off. And I really like the contrast with the gray. I think it looks really, really nice. Really nice. And this yarn, this one here, the greenish emerald, whatever color it is, not emerald, but it really went a long way. I did quite a few things with it. And I still have that much left. So if you haven't seen my tutorial for the cardigan that I made with this yarn, it's a really nice project. And what I did with that was I left some openings on the shoulders so that it had kind of like a little cold shoulder look. But the way I did it, because that was a pattern that I thought of, it just doesn't sit right, so I might end up closing up those cold shoulders because it just doesn't look right. It just goes like, it looks like there's two holes in the back of my shoulders. When I'm wearing it for a long time, I have to keep adjusting it in order to, so I think I'm just going to sew it up so I don't have to worry about that. So you just go along and you just sew it all along. And you can't see where I made those holes because I'm trying to find the stitch. It was so hard to see when you're trying to film. It's such a challenge. It's so different than you just sitting and crocheting. You know, you're not having to worry about trying to make sure everything is visible to your audience. So just keep going along and sew it securely. So just carry on this way, and then I'm gonna fix that. I'm gonna weave that in and just keep going along until it's nice and secure. All sewn so that it's secure and it won't come off. And then I'll be back to show you how to make the little tie. That's really easy. I'll be back. Okay, so there is my flower all sewn on, nice and secure. And now I'm going to make the tie. So you make a slip stitch, put your hook in, and I think I'm going to make, I can't remember how many I made on this one. Maybe 60. Okay, I ran out of space again. I need to get a bigger card. Okay, so I think I'm going to do 60. So I did 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm just going to keep measuring as I go along. I'm going to probably do 60, and I'll meet you back when I've reached my 60. Okay, so I made my chain, and I did 90 chains, and now I'm just going to weave it through all the way around the bottom part of this little bonnet. So I think I'm going to start around this part here. So I'm kind of going to the second last row. So just weave it through all along the bottom here. So go into, I guess, where the next hole is, and just keep weaving it through. Pretty simple. Wherever you see those little holes, just weave it through and go all the way around. It's pretty self-explanatory. Just like that. And I really love this color combination. So cute. So cute. I love making baby things. Babies are so cute and fresh. Okay, so just go along and do the same. Just weave your tie all along the bottom edge of the bonnet and meet me back when you are done. And I'll meet you back when I'm done. All right, so I weaved it all the way along that second last edge, like not on the very edge, the one above it, right? The row above it where we were doing the corner to corner stitch. So, and then you just kind of tug it in, right? Just a little bit, pull it in. And then just make sure that these little ends are even. So let's make it about just like that. There we go. And that is the completed baby bonnet, which is a little bit bigger than the other one, which is fine. It'll still look gorgeous on a baby that's a little bit older. And I love it. I love the color combination. And I hope you try this project. It's not hard. It's really easy. It's just hard to film. Filming is a totally different thing. So put the head in here. Look how cute that is. I love it. I love it. And I can't wait to give it to this mommy who has had lots of little boys. And now she's finally having a little girl. So I'm going to be making a few nice little gift items for her little girl or little daughter. So I hope you try it. If you're new here, please subscribe if you like the content. I would really appreciate it. I take a lot of time and thought into my projects. I do a lot of research trying to find things that people might be interested in learning how to make. It's a lot of an investment, a huge investment of my time, but I love it. I'm making so many wonderful friends on YouTube. I love it, and I hope that you do too. And if you're new here, I encourage you to subscribe, and I can bring you more content. And give me a thumbs up if you like the video. Please and thank you. And we'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.